Highly vibrational people often face an unseen challenge that isn't widely discussed: the deep loneliness that comes from existing on a different energetic frequency than most. It's not that they can't form relationships, but rather that the connections they seek are often hard to find. Imagine walking through life craving depth, authenticity, and alignment, only to be met with superficial conversations and shallow interactions. The more spiritually aware you become, the harder it can be to relate to those who aren't on the same wavelength. You might wonder why people who are so connected to the universe, who radiate positivity, often feel so isolated. The truth is, the more you elevate your vibration, the more you start to see life through a lens of higher purpose and truth. But this shift comes with a price. Many find themselves drifting away from old friends, feeling out of sync with family members, or struggling to find anyone who truly understands their journey. It's like living in a parallel reality where you can see the bigger picture, while others remain focused on the surface level of things. And yet, this solitude might not be a bad thing. What if, instead of seeing loneliness as a burden, you began to see it as an opportunity? An opportunity for self-growth, for reflection, and for finding the rare few who match your energy. This sense of being alone could be the universe's way of guiding you toward deeper connections that will nourish your soul. Are you ready to explore why this journey, though solitary, is exactly what you need? 1. Struggles with low vibration connections. Highly vibrational people often feel like they're speaking a different language when trying to connect with those who vibrate at lower frequencies. Imagine tuning into a radio station, only to hear static because you're on a different wavelength. This misalignment can cause frustration and create a sense of isolation. The energy gap becomes evident in conversations, where surface-level exchanges leave a highly vibrational person feeling drained, as if the deep connection they crave is always just out of reach. These individuals may start to avoid social interactions that don't align with their energy, not because they're antisocial but because the disconnect is exhausting. Picture attending a party where no one seems to understand your jokes or interests. It's easier to withdraw than to keep trying to fit in. The loneliness of highly vibrational individuals isn't always about the number of people in their lives, but rather the depth of connection they feel is missing with those around them. In a world where most people are focused on material pursuits, highly vibrational people can find it difficult to form meaningful relationships with those who aren't on the same spiritual path. They might wonder if they're destined to walk this journey alone, but this solitude can also be a powerful time for self-discovery. What if this loneliness is a sign to focus on deeper inner work, instead of seeking validation externally? 2. Need for solitude to recharge. Highly vibrational people often find themselves craving solitude, not as a form of isolation, but as a necessary practice to recharge their energy. Imagine being surrounded by noise all day. It's only in the quiet moments that you can truly hear your own thoughts. The same happens energetically. Solitude allows these individuals to realign with their true selves, grounding their energy and clearing any disturbances picked up from others. It's like hitting a reset button after feeling overwhelmed by the world's vibrations. This need for alone time can sometimes be misunderstood by others, leading to feelings of loneliness. Friends and family may not grasp why someone prefers to stay home instead of going out, or why they often seek quiet spaces. But for a highly vibrational person, being in constant social interaction without a break can cause emotional fatigue. Solitude becomes their sanctuary, a place where they can reconnect with their higher self and find peace away from external chaos. In fact, many spiritual traditions emphasize the importance of alone time for introspection and growth. Just like a battery needs to be recharged, highly vibrational people need moments of solitude to maintain their energetic balance. This isn't a withdrawal from life, it's an investment in their well-being. What if embracing this time alone is actually key to thriving in a low-vibration world? 3. Difficulty finding like-minded people. One of the biggest challenges highly vibrational individuals face is finding others who truly resonate with their energy. It can feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. Imagine walking through a crowded city, yet feeling like you're the only one who sees the world in a different light. This mismatch in energy and values can lead to a profound sense of loneliness, where even in the company of others, highly vibrational people often feel like they're on their own. While many people are preoccupied with material goals or surface-level interactions, highly vibrational individuals crave deeper, more meaningful connections. They are drawn to conversations about purpose, spirituality, and the unseen forces of the universe. But finding others who share these interests can be a rare occurrence. It's like trying to find a radio station playing your favorite song when all you hear are ads. Eventually, you might stop searching altogether, resigning to the idea that real connections are few and far between. However, this difficulty in finding like-minded people often pushes highly vibrational individuals inward, encouraging them to deepen their spiritual practices. It's through this solitude and self-reflection that they often discover their tribe, people who understand their journey. What if the very act of embracing their uniqueness is what will eventually attract the right connections? 4. Energetic sensitivity to crowds. Highly vibrational people often feel overwhelmed in crowded places because they absorb the energy of everyone around them. Picture walking into a room full of noise, not just from voices, but from the invisible frequencies of emotions, thoughts, and intentions. For someone operating on a high vibration, this energetic clutter can feel like static buzzing all around them, making it hard to stay centered and calm. Even a short trip to a busy place can leave them drained and in need of retreat. This sensitivity can make social gatherings, large events, or even a trip to the mall feel exhausting. It's not just the physical presence of people but the energy they carry that impacts highly vibrational individuals. While others might enjoy the chaos of a party, these individuals often find themselves seeking a quiet corner, or even planning their escape early. They may wonder, why do I always feel so out of place here? But the reality is that their energetic system is simply more attuned, picking up on subtleties others don't even notice. For highly vibrational people, finding environments that nurture their energy is key. Nature, meditation spaces, or small, intimate gatherings tend to feel more comfortable. They learn over time to protect their energy and create boundaries to avoid becoming overwhelmed by the outside world. Could this heightened sensitivity actually be a gift, guiding them to spaces and people that align with their soul's frequency? 5. Higher standards for relationships. Highly vibrational people tend to have higher standards when it comes to relationships, which often results in having fewer, but more meaningful, connections. Picture someone who no longer feels satisfied with shallow, surface-level conversations. They crave depth, authenticity, and emotional resonance. This naturally limits the number of people they truly connect with, but it also ensures that the relationships they do have are deeply fulfilling. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. This elevated standard can sometimes be misinterpreted by others as being picky or aloof, but for highly vibrational individuals, settling for anything less than a soulful connection feels like betraying themselves. They are drawn to people who share their vision, values, and energetic frequency, and they tend to avoid relationships that drain their energy. This isn't just about romantic partnerships, it applies to friendships, family ties, and professional relationships too. The need for mutual growth and understanding becomes a non-negotiable in their lives. As a result, many highly vibrational individuals may find themselves spending more time alone or with a very small circle of trusted people. It's a selective process, but one that ultimately protects their energy and fosters personal growth. What if these higher standards are not just about preserving one's own vibration, but also about creating deeper, more authentic connections with others? 6. Feeling misunderstood by others. Highly vibrational people often feel misunderstood by those around them, creating a sense of isolation that runs deep. Imagine trying to explain a profound spiritual experience or a heightened intuition, only to be met with blank stares or polite nods. It's like speaking a language that few people understand. This gap in understanding can leave them feeling disconnected, not just socially, but emotionally, as if no one truly sees them for who they are. Because they perceive the world through a more expansive lens, highly vibrational individuals often struggle to relate to those who are focused on more mundane or material concerns. Conversations can feel unfulfilling, and they may find themselves holding back, not wanting to seem too different or too deep. Over time, this can lead to a withdrawal from social circles, not out of bitterness, but out of a need for authenticity. They crave spaces where they can be themselves without having to dim their light. This feeling of being misunderstood is a common challenge on the spiritual path, but it can also be an opportunity. It encourages highly vibrational people to seek out those rare souls who do understand their journey. What if feeling misunderstood is simply a signpost on the path to finding their true community? If you found yourself resonating with these challenges, it's time to embrace the unique path you're on. Being a highly vibrational person in a world that doesn't always match your frequency is both a gift and a challenge. But think about it, what if this loneliness is pushing you toward deeper, more authentic connections? What if, by understanding yourself better, you can start attracting those rare souls who truly get you? How can you start shifting your perspective today? What steps will you take to protect your energy while still opening up to meaningful relationships? Leave a comment below with your thoughts. How do you navigate the loneliness that often comes with spiritual growth? Subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so you don't miss out on more insights like these. Continue expanding your consciousness by watching the recommended video that you see on the screen right now.